PhD, why private universities should be your last option if you are pursuing PhD in India. Let's understand quickly some of the important reasons for the same. If you are really a good student, then opt for a central university. If you cannot get a central university, go for the state universities. Those are the best places. And then some of the supervisors, if they are good in state university and you know that these supervisors are the ones, those whom I know, and they have a good academic contribution, then definitely you can opt for a place which is probably a state university but has extremely good faculty and you are well aware about it. But when it comes to private universities, you must keep your vision very clear. The first important thing to keep a note here is the fees are exceptionally high as compared to central universities, state universities versus a PhD in private university. The fees difference is extremely high. So if you want to pursue a PhD and you are in an urgent need to do so, then also we would recommend that at least take a while and give another chance. Appear for an option which could be in a state or a central university. Most of the private universities are just for namesake. We have seen a lot of students coming and saying that we enrolled for PhD, already 2 years are gone. Now we got to know that no one so far has got a PhD degree from this university. The department is not authorized, there is no officially recognized faculty which is there, and students get to know after completing 1 to 2 years, which is extremely pathetic in certain circumstances. So make sure that does not happen. Even if you are enrolling for a private university, which should be one of your last options, then know that that is not the case. Rule that by all means before enrolling, because you are already paying significantly higher amount of fees for the same. The next important thing is a lot of consultants have come into the market. Don't fall prey to those consultants. Directly approach the university, directly approach the supervisor and take admission directly. You don't need any middleman. Not for central universities and state universities at all, but for private universities, this is something which has been recently witnessed, that consultants are charging fees for enrolling you into the university. They are taking even a share of the academic fees. So make sure you don't fall prey to consultant. Contact the universities directly where you want to get admission. Another important thing to note is most of the faculties are not permanent. They are actively looking for job in a government sector. So even if you enroll for a PhD in a private university, there can be a high probability that faculty would leave and if gets an option could join a government university. So that should not be the case. Whenever you are opting for any university for PhD program, what is the most important thing you should keep an eye on? The most important thing is the brand name of the university. That brand name helps to get you good position, good jobs and good opportunities even in industries, and where the alumni of that university are placed. That means those who have already completed their PhD from that university in your department or other departments, where they are placed, because that would be a marker for your future jobs and placement. You would have a high probability to get avenues for selection in those areas. But ultimately, as I mentioned in the previous lectures as well, it is the research that matters a lot, and that research would matter through a good supervisor. So I repeat again, even if you get a good supervisor in a state university, then you can think about a state university rather than a central university. But if you are trying to get admission into a private university, consider that enrolling for PhD just for namesake is not beneficial. You know all the pros and cons before enrolling. It should not be a case that after 1 year or 2 years, when you have paid ample amount of fees, You get to know that the degree is not recognized, the department is not recognized, there is no permanent faculty who is authenticated to provide you the degree, and you dwindle in between. So make sure all those things are ruled out well in advance before you go for any further opportunities. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comment section below.